Couple things I want to announce. As always, we have the circle every Tuesday. Please feel free to come into this. And let's see. We have, where's my list here? We have the gathering tomorrow. Is that correct, Lynn? I believe it's the 16th and today's 15th. Yes. So we have the gathering tomorrow. All right. And please have your questions ready for the gathering tomorrow. I love to answer questions. Last time we had a ton of awesome questions. Thank you so much. Pertaining to spirituality, pertaining to healing, pertaining to intuition, pertaining to God, pertaining to what my belief system is, anything of that nature. And if you go to the website, markearlix.com, it'll list everything there. And you also have a place to gift from your heart. And the Spirit loves when you gift from your heart within the mind of that divinity that we dwell within. And it's very reciprocating in your lives as well. All right. Other than that, we have when is it here? Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona. We have a healing circle on Friday the 4th, and the 5th and the 6th, we have appointments there if anyone's in Scottsdale area. And it'll be at SNAP, Scottsdale Neighborhood Art Place. It's all on the website. And contact Sue Cavas. She'll be more than happy to set you up with appointments or tell you where the circle's at if you need directions or whatever. I do appointments out of my office here in Longmont, Colorado, also, which is right outside of Boulder. And I also do appointments by Skype, notice how I'm mentioning Skype so freely now, by Skype, by Zoom, and by telephone, and also with FaceTime. And let's see, February 22nd through the 25th, an hour and a half each day from 12 o'clock to 1:30 is the Awaken the Healer Within workshop. It's just going to be fantastic. They all are, not only out of my mouth and my mind, but people tell me that they're really good. And let's see, I don't think there's anything else. Is there, Lynn? That you know of?
I think you pretty much covered it.
Good deal. Whoa, get rid of this. All right. I'll put it up for the next time. All right. Great. If you see my camera moving, it's because there's this autofocus on my little mini iPad that I had for a year. It's the first time using it, and I don't know how to stop that autofocus. Where I go like this, it'll change, it'll follow me. And so I'll try to hold as steady as possible, and I apologize if anyone's getting seasick. And and so and I hope everything's okay, Patty. So all right. So hey Harry, you got it. Thank goodness.
Good, yep.
Good to see you. And Lynn, yeah, Lynn suggested that you might have clicked on the wrong link or something. I don't know. There's several links on that page.
Okay, well, I found it in my email coming in. So
yes, good deal. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, and let me see here. Is there anyone underneath my book here? No. I'm having my book hold up my iPad. So, any case, you know, when a lot of people ask me what's going to be happening in the healing, and you know, I don't know. When I teach or hold events, I've always learned not to prepare. And when I work with a person, I've always learned not to prepare. All I do when I initially work with anyone or teach or do anything, any events whatsoever, I pretty much leave it up to the direction of the Spirit. The Spirit carries the activity of it, of what needs to be for an individual or for a group of people. And so the spirit carries the activity. So that's what I do within myself. I initially say a prayer within myself to the spirit to carry the correct activity for a person or for the group. And I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know what's going to happen or what's going to transpire or not transpire or whatever. It's perfect for each person according to their needs, whether it be immediate or a graduated situation. And so that's what I do. And that's always. I don't think that I've ever not done that. And it's no different than working with people too, that I do the same thing. And it's also in what I'm being shown inside myself of the operation of it is to trust that godliness, that divinity that we dwell within and all around, and we're a part of its mind. We're not separate from it. Mm-hmm. See, it's because I know that mind of God, it just loves to be investigated. So if we approach it with something, then there's more of an activity that happens from that. But we have to trust in it. And it is literally approaching it to share with us. It loves to be investigated by people. The mind of God loves to be investigated by people. Then it comes forth and shares from within and all around. We're in that mind of that divinity. It's not saying that we blindly accept, the God's existence or anything like that. But that's a part of another class. We're testing it in some sense. And sure, we can have our logics and we can have our illusions, but we don't want to go to those places of just illusion or just logic, in saying, oh, I think that God's with me. That's an illusion. And, or if you have a spiritual event happening in your life, then we logically think, okay, this is happening to me, but it's only happening for the moment. And it's up to us to determine to use both worlds of the philosophical and the logical and blend them into finding out the reality that's being shared with us. Otherwise, we're going to be off balance, either in working with healing or receiving things or other gifts or whatever. I hope that makes sense. We live with God, literally. We live with God, and that's where I come from always. And I prefer it that way. We don't live outside of God. We live with God, not outside or in God. We live with God. And I've been learning this all my life, in my spiritual life, and I'm still finding that out in my life. We live with God. And that's most important to keep in mind. And nothing happens in God or outside of God. Nothing happens in God or outside of God. We live with God. So that's my perception of the world according to Mark. And any questions or comments before we boogie here, please? Anything?
I'm a little confused as what the difference is between in God and with God.
If we say that we live in God, then we're not bringing ourselves in recognition to being in God. If we live with God, then we dwell within its mind, its body, its existence, its intelligence, if we say we live in God, then we've, in some form, we've separated ourselves.
Yeah, I get it.
And as we learn to accept, and it's a long process, as we learn to accept that we live in God, then we find there's less separation in our lives or in our activities. And things are easier for us in our life.
Mhm.
Does that make sense, Carolyn?
Yeah, it's pretty much what I believe too.
All right, rocking and rolling here. Otherwise, what we're doing in our lives is just waiting for a spiritual event to happen,
Mhm.
versus the spiritual event is always happening
Right, yeah.
in various ways, sizes and forms and shapes and configurations and everything else.
So we could say life is a spiritual event.
Yes, and which is the essence of God
Mm.
that we live in. Any other questions or comments I could try to answer? I know that was a lot of talk right there, and I hope it makes sense. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, there might be other people here, but I can't see, and I don't know. So, any case, Donna, please, how you doing, my dear?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Let me get my pen here and a little piece of paper just in case, as I always do. Anything in particular, my dear friend?
You know what? I have it's not a physical illness, but I have something's channeling through to me. And it goes on like 24/7, and it's been going on for God, like 6 years. I've tried to take medication to make it stop, and that doesn't help. It's not, I mean, it's not like I'm hearing voices, but something in, it's like my thought voice, but it's not me.
Okay, all right. And is it lovely?
It's unusual. I've kind of gotten used to it, but it's still
Then what
it's
you do is, all right, Donna, then what you do, if it's not lovely and enlightening, then what you do is you challenge it by honing in on that voice and telling it directly from within inside of yourself to stand in the light of God,
okay.
and watch it. Don't resist it. Don't run from it. Don't hide. Don't try to get it out of you. Say, stand in the light of God, talking to that voice. Watch what happens to it, or what it
Okay.
changes to.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be deceived, because it develops into deception if it's not real. And
Well, I mean,
if it is real, it will become much more enlightening and in love, and share its love with you.
well, I mean, it's hard to explain.
I can't do a whole thing here right now, but
Okay. Okay.
tomorrow I can get a little more into it. But
Okay. Maybe a blessing.
yeah, I'd love to, but you have to do your part too by looking at it and honing in on it and telling it to stand in the light of the Christ, or the Christos, or the sun, whatever your
Okay. Okay.
and then, see what happens with it.
Okay.
All right, great. I'd love to give a blessing to you. Okay,
Thank you.
my honor, my pleasure. Hey, Megan, how's it going?
Hi, Mark. It's going well. I'm feeling a lot better after last week. Thank you.
Cool. What were
Yeah.
your symptoms before, hon?
It was post-COVID.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Lasting. Yes, and it's known for that too.
Just been really sick and just not feeling like myself. But after I joined the healing circle last week, it really, really helped. So I'm
Good.
just being challenged by sickness in my world.
And how has it changed since last week? I'm just so curious.
Well, the biggest change is the brain fog went away, which was really
Excellent.
heavy and just bringing me down.
Good.
And then the exhaustion has let up a lot, and I just felt like a zinc.
Yes. And normally, or not, I don't know normally, but generally what I've heard and what I've read is that the brain fog and the exhaustion will last in people for up to 9 months,
Yeah, it
4 to
was
9 months. But this has been circumvented literally by grace for you, which is awesome. And you'll see that it'll try to come back to you, but don't trust that.
okay.
And recognize it when it's trying to come back to you. Say, no, I don't think so. Wait over there.
In the corner.
I got something to do in my life. Wait over there. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like me to work with, hon?
Well, I'm actually joining tonight for my dad, who is experiencing something very similar. I don't know if it is COVID, but he's extremely sick and he's out in the wilderness and far from any services. And he's just sort of out there in Lake Havasu floating around. So he's really sick, and I was hoping you could send him some prayers.
I sure will. I'd be more than happy to.
Thank you.
I felt a warmth in him, in his chest, and we'll see. Good.
Thank you.
Keep me
I
updated.
felt the warm too. Thank you.
All right, good. Excellent.
Thank you, Mark.
All right. Samantha, my dear, anything in particular?
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Good, thank you. Very well, thank you.
Thank you for doing this healing circle. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
I have been getting some headaches lately. I'm usually not prone to headaches, but lately I've been getting them. I would say about once a month or once every 2 months. And I don't know if this matters or not, but I've noticed that they're always like on the right side, and it's just kind of just ruins your whole day.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Is it more of a sharp pain, or is it a
No.
dull? It's a dull.
I think more of a dull pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that gives me an idea.
Okay.
And you said on the right side.
Correct.
Are you also experiencing a lot of jaw discomfort?
No, not that I've noticed anything, no.
All right, if you were to push in right here, is it tender?
No,
And what about the other side, hon?
no,
Okay,
no, nothing.
okay, good, good, good. Don't know why I saw that.
Okay.
And be very candid with me. Do you sense something happening right now?
Yeah, I feel like a weight, like a heaviness, like right here.
Okay. And tell me when that kind of dissipates or breaks, as soon as it does.
Looks like it's traveling. Traveling down here, behind the ear.
What happened just there? Did something happen?
Yeah, it was traveling. I can feel it traveling.
And does your head hurt now? Dull headache or anything?
Very slight. I can feel it, but not painful.
All right. And did it before we started talking?
No, not today. I'm sorry.
right,
I should have mentioned
Oh,
that.
that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Let me do one more thing, okay?
Okay.
Now, is it as dull or worse or the same or better?
It feels a little bit better.
All right, let's see what this develops into, hon.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Patty, hey, my dear.
Hey, Mark.
Hi. Anything in particular?
Yes, I would like, my jaw pain is coming back because my
Oh.
injection is wearing off, so I'm getting the headaches
Yes.
again until I
Okay,
can
you're the
go
one.
back and have it redone.
You're the one. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured you were picking it up.
You're right next to her. So, all right. It was mostly, in my perception, whether you're conscious of this or not, it was mostly on the right side. And I realize that you usually don't feel things right away. Do you notice any difference in there now?
Well, I definitely felt the pressure of you working on it. And on this side, it was hitting every area that's been extremely sore. And the other side is where I'm getting the shooting pains, but it's only in a certain area. I don't have the
Yeah.
large,
I understand. I understand.
Mhm.
All right. And how is it now compared to before?
It feels much more relaxed.
All right, let's see if this, now, do you have an appointment?
Not yet. I've got to get one as soon as I can.
Okay, and what would you have an appointment for?
They inject Botox.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay,
And
okay.
it's an incredible relief, but it's wearing off already.
yeah. Okay. And, all right, so maybe it will last a longer time this time.
That would be awesome.
Yes. All right, good. All right, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Caroline, anything in particular, my dear?
Oh, yeah, my left big toe. On Friday, I had the toenail removed because it got very infected, and it's still very painful, and there's still infection there.
Okay. Let me work with your left big toe. Is your feet flat on the ground? There you go. Feel something happening there?
I can feel something, yes. I felt something. It's hard to describe. It's kind of like heat, but not heat, if you see what I mean. It doesn't make sense, but it's a
It does
feeling. It's a feeling.
Yes. All right, now, can you put pressure on the toe by putting it down on the floor?
Yes, yeah, no, that's not what hurts. That doesn't hurt.
All right, does it hurt as much now?
It's not hurting now. I mean, I don't want to touch it because that could start it up again if you know it's
Can you very gently touch it?
hang on.
Just gently.
All right.
I don't blame you.
Well, actually, I pressed quite hard and it didn't hurt.
All right, there you go. Now understand, all these healings that were happening here, they're what people have always called, or I've always called, quickie healings. They might last for 5 minutes, might last for the rest of your life. And please understand that, and hopefully it'll last for the rest of your life. So
I'm going with that one.
so do I. So do I. Awesome. It's a pleasure, Carol.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's see what happens here. And in God's world, it's perfect. You know, it's just perfect, and it'll just flourish from there. All right, good.
Thank you.
Harry, my friend, talk to me. Tell me one thing. Turn on your mic. There you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sure.
Well, I've been working on the issue with the sadness that you picked up last time, and that seems to be helping some. But I would like to kind of work and ask for prayers from the group for just this feeling of tiredness that I get
Okay.
all the time.
Sure. Sure. Are you having any activities in your life?
Oh, I had a good drive to Nashville today for a foot doctor's appointment.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
going all the time, so it's like and then right now I'm feeling really bushed and
Yeah.
sit down for 5 minutes and I'm
Oh,
ready
I
to
bet.
go to sleep.
Now, tell me something, Harry. Are you doing anything for yourself?
You mean fun?
Yeah.
Nah, well, I've got a disabled spouse who's I'm taking care of and organizing the caregivers and all that kind of thing.
That's another kind of fun. But are you doing anything for yourself for fun?
Not at the moment. I'm hoping when I can get this messy office of mine organized that I might have time to play my flute again.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yes,
And that would even give more life too. And
yes.
and someday I'd love to have you teach me how to play flute.
Okay, well,
Then I can be Jethro Tull.
yes.
All right. But in the meantime, that's going to be most important for you, to have a door. That would be the door that would open for life to express itself.
Mhm.
So let me, in the meantime, ask a blessing on you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
All right, my dear friend.
And I just became very warm all over. So thank you.
That's the spirit.
Yes.
The spirit is the activity of prayer and of movement of prayer. So,
Thank you.
and all right, good. It carries the intent in the mind. Good. Excellent, excellent. Hey there, my dear friend Penny. Yay. How are you? Turn on your mic, hon. There you go.
Actually, I wanted to tell you first that, when I hurt my ribs, I had an x-ray and it showed fractures, small fractures, but some fractures. And then I went back after you worked on it, and the x-ray came back, no fractures.
I love it.
Did too. I was like, whoa.
You have to do me a favor and write that, please.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Please.
Now, I'm sure when I fell and hurt my ribs, I also once again injured the 2 discs I have that are so painful in my back, in my spine. And so that's what I'm here for today, is to get back on track with that, because when you heal it, it heals, but I injured it again.
I hear you. It's like, it's really no different than I bite my tongue and I go crazy. I go, ah! And then I bite it again in the same place. All right.
So it's mid back, very painful.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. It's also affecting a deep breath.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There. Can you move around a little bit, Penny, and tell me if you notice a difference? And be candid, please.
Yes, that's much different.
Good. 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 Now, it's going to, your challenge is to get past the limitation of that deep breath. It's almost like a membrane that we have to break through.
All right. Okay.
So it's practicing
So
deep
practice that, huh?
slow motion, deep breathing practice. Yeah.
Okay.
Slow motion though.
Okay.
You don't want to get high from breathing.
Are you sure? No.
Cheap drugs.
Okay. So so deep breaths, but very slow and gentle.
And
Okay,
bring it
great.
down into your belly.
Okay.
And every breath you take, bring it further down into the belly and out through the mouth, slow motion. Yes.
All right.
Christina, my dear friend, blessings to you.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Good, good. My eyes have been very, very irritated, red, just dry. It's making my nose run. I don't know if I'm having some kind of allergic reaction or what's going on, but
Yeah. Are your eyes dry a lot?
so I've been on an acne medication, but I'm at the
Okay.
end of it, which is a side effect. But the last couple weeks, it's been more.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, one thing that's really going to help you, it'll open up, will be the, say, microwave a hot cloth and put it on your eyes as often as you can in the day or night. And, to my understanding, that really helps in what I was shown. And the other thing is I'll work with you.
perfect.
All right. And after you put the cloth on, you might start to, after a while, 5 minutes or 20 minutes later or whatever, you might start tearing a lot, or
Okay.
sooner or later than that. There. There was just like a flow that went through. I don't know if you experienced anything there, but and that's okay if you didn't.
A lot of coolness, but they don't feel like they're burning as much.
All right, good. And do that, especially tonight if you can. It takes a moment to, and hold it on there for 5 minutes if you can.
Okay,
But-
perfect.
All right, good. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Melora. Hey, welcome, Melora. And please, if you in the bottom left-hand corner is the mic. If you can turn that on, you can say hello and oh, my deepest apologies. Oh, no problem. Is there anything you would like me to work with, Melora? Anything in the world, please, that I can try to help you with here. Please feel free. He has digestive disorders. Okay. My pleasure. There we go. Will you please keep me updated how you're doing, Melora? And, or what's happened? Years ago, I had a book. I can't see the comments on this darn thing. All right.
Would you like some help?
Yes, please.
Okay, first of all, when Melora asked for a healing for her 13-year-old cat, Starbuck. which
That's what I
was-
figured. Okay.
Yeah. And then, thank you, years ago, at a bookstore in Arizona, you healed me of chronic abdominal pain as well.
I'm sorry. Say that last part. I couldn't hear you, Lynn.
In Arizona,
Yes.
years ago at a bookstore in Arizona, you healed me of a chronic abdominal pain as well.
Cool. Wow. Oh, cool. All right. That was a long time ago at a bookstore. God. All right. I haven't read a book in a long time. All right. Thank you so much for letting me work, Melora. I appreciate it. And thanks for being here. Anything for you, my dear? Anything at all? And keep me updated about the cat. All right, that's fine. I've been dealing with grief lately. Okay. All right. I want to ask a blessing on you. You know, the most immediate thing I got was definitely, as you expressed, deal with the grief. Grief in that respect is something you have to assimilate. And at the same time, recognize that in some respect, try to find out how, in some respect, the grief is a gift. Because it'll grow you, it'll develop you, it'll help you to be a greater person, not only for yourself, but for others as well. Grief is a gift. Go through your grieving and then take on the grief by saying, okay, how are you here to serve me? What do you have to show me? What do you have to teach me? Please do that. Please. Grief is a gift. Blessings to you, Melora. All right. Aria, my dear, talk with me, chat with me.
Hi.
I
I was going to ask for a blessing or a healing. So I'm going to let you pick. So I've been having some pretty extreme money issues. And also I've been having here, and it feels like snakes are alive in here, and then sometimes in here, and then sometimes something goes off down here that's really intense.
all right. Let me ask for a blessing for healing for you. part of that is my perception only. Because I don't diagnose, I don't tell anyone they're healed, and I don't prescribe stuff like that. But part of it is nerve stimulation, and it's coming from right. I don't know if you can see it right here on your spine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's where the nerve is generating from, and it'll affect this area in here, and it might have byproduct down in here. I'm not sure, but
Okay.
part of that is the nerve, and I did ask for a healing. So,
Thank
but when you feel like those movements inside and stuff like that, observe it versus freaking out over it, and say, wow, this is cool. And you'll see that it settles it down.
Okay.
Capiche?
Yes.
Good. Excellent. All right, good. And keep me updated how the rest of you feels, you know.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Excellent. My total pleasure. Let's see who else is here. Nini, talk to me, my dear. Anything in particular you'd like me to work with?
Mark, thank you. Yeah, I think I just need your blessing.
Oh, sure. Of
Thank
course.
you.
Yeah, I'm curious. I asked the blessing on you, but I'm curious also. Do you have a young son?
I have a son, but he's not young anymore. Yeah.
Do you have someone that has a son that you're really close with, the family?
Yeah, my grandson.
Okay, all right. And it spends a lot of time with you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. All right. That's so needed for him, to have more time spent with you, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't know if that's arrangeable.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Yeah, he's a sweet kid.
Yes. He's very close to me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. And he even sees you at times as his mother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I took care of him when he was like
Okay.
1 week or 2 weeks. Yeah, he lived with me at that time. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Mark. I will go and see him. Yeah.
Please, yeah. And
Thank
let
you.
him know, how keep that relationship established. Very important.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I will. Thank you very much. God bless. Thank
God
you,
bless
Mark.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there please, anyone have any comments about how they feel, if it's different or worse or the same? Patty, please, hon.
Yes, my jaws feel amazingly relaxed. Thank
Cool.
you. And Mark, I'm wondering, could you do a blessing on my girlfriend Renee? Would you have time for that?
Yeah, anything in particular?
Yes, she is experiencing from the top of her thighs down to her foot in both legs, a burning sensation
Oh,
off and on.
okay.
And I told her I would ask you to pray for her.
Oh, yes, and please, and keep me updated how she's feeling
I
too.
certainly will, yes.
She's, I worked with her and I saw effect, but she's also had, known or unbeknownst, some hope, I would think known, in the, I don't know what they call it, L4 or something like that. She's had a lot of back problems for a long time. And so I worked with that.
Okay.
And it's just developed into the symptomology she's having now. But we'll see now what happens with that if she doesn't have like a relief or a strengthening in that area.
Okay. I will tell her that, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, sure. All right, thank you, thank you. Anyone else, please, anyone else notice any differences in how you're feeling or what's happening? Yeah, please feel free. Aria, how you doing?
Stuff is moving around.
All right. All right, good.
Trying to look at it and say, oh, isn't that cool? Just like you said.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And the more you enjoy it, the less you will notice it
Okay.
as well. All right, good. All right. And Christina, how you doing?
So far so good. Still a little irritation, but I usually don't feel it more until the day after. So
Okay, yes, I know.
just trust
I know.
it's gonna be good.
Excellent. You're like Patty. So-
Yeah. Us old timers. We're delayed reaction.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. And Carolyn, how you doing, hon? Can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And tell me about your toe.
It feels okay.
Good. Excellent.
It's a little sore, but you know,
Is it like before, or can you tell?
I can't really tell without taking my sock off from the
Oh,
band.
that's fine.
You want to do
Don't
that
worry about it.
right
All
now.
right. All right. And I pray that this leads into a really quick healing and,
Thank you. I would really love that.
and regeneration. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Any other questions or comments before we say our adieus? Megan, please, anything?
No, just really appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Blessings to you. Thank you so much.
You too. You too.
Yeah. Oh, quick note, Megan, I read where David was had left or is leaving and
Yes.
finding other adventures in life. All
Yes. Indeed. Trish is taking over.
right. Oh, cool.
Mhm.
All right. Good, good, good.
New beginnings. So
Yes. All right, everyone. I'm grateful for your being here. Tomorrow is the gathering. Please have questions. I'd love to, answer them or ask questions and try to fool me or something. And we'll take it from there. All right. Thank you very much, Nini. Blessings to everyone here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark.
Love you guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Bye-bye.